This is the Sean Show, just in case you didn't know. Hey, now spoiler. Let's get to it.
Hey, welcome to the Sean Show. We are focused on our youth hitting right now, whether you be a member of our team, a parent for our team that's watching this for your player, or for any of the teams around the globe. We hope that you're able to get something out of these drills, out of the training that we're doing. This is something that I really love sharing with my sons. Why we do this is to be able to spend that time together, for me to be able to spend the time with my son, sharing the love of a game that I grew up with and really enjoy, and I love seeing him enjoy and watching him improve. He's been able to improve a lot over the last few months. These videos, as we go through the drills, we hope that you see progress. We use the videos. One of the uses of these videos is we show SJ, hey, this is how your arms are moving. This is how your feet are. You know, sometimes everybody learns differently, and it's nice for him to be able to see the things that I'm talking about sometimes and make those quick adjustments. So we recommend recording your player as they do their drills so that they can see how they are doing those comparatively. These are drills that you probably will be able to see a lot of times, and you know, we tell you, hey, go out and check other videos on YouTube and do comparisons on these drills and see if there's things that you like about it that are comfortable for you. But in general, we're working on the basics here. Hitting can be very simple. It can also be made very complicated, and it is simple once you know the formula here, or just the mechanics of the swing. There's different ways to look at it, but ultimately we want balance. We want power. We want them to wait on the ball, stay back, and really drive through that ball. Our drills are going to be focused on those things. We really want to focus on our eyes. We want to make sure that the kids are always, they're training themselves to look at the ball. It's such an important thing, obviously, to see the ball and not pull your head, and you know, all of those different things that we'll go through on these different drills. We're going to focus on the basics with this video. And you're gonna see, hey, where do we put our feet? How do we grip the bat? And we'll go through load, coil, follow through, firing your hip through. Hip brings the hands. We're not hand swingers or arm swingers. We want to swing with our whole body and have a good follow through there. So again, we really hope you enjoy these videos. SJ is not here right now. He's at school. School started again, so I finally have the time to do a few things, including editing these videos. Which is, again, this is more of just a fun thing for me to be able to do. It's a joy and a privilege as a dad to be able to do this. So we hope you enjoy the video, and we hope that you're able to get the most out of it and help your player progress. Whatever you play hard. Keep it up. Thanks for watching the Sean Show, and enjoy these drills and the video today. Thank you. Good. Very good. That. SJ using the camwood bat, size 8. There you go. There you go. Camwood bat's really good for speed training, strength training. It's heavy, gives you a little bit of strength training, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Wears him out a little bit, but it's also a really good warm-up for when he uses his regular bat. All right, let's do a few more. This isn't in fast forward. That was the camwood bat. Now we're gonna move on to his regular bat. This is Coach Sean. We're working on our loading drill, load, coil. We wanna come through with so let me grab the bat here for a second. show you on the swing. We kind of take this. We're going to have knuckles kind of lined up like this so we can whip through. We don't want to strangle it. We've talked about we don't want to strangle the bat. We want to keep a good, a decent, loose grip. Obviously tight enough to hold on to the bat. We don't want to let it go. But we're not strangling the bat, right? And SJ's going to show you here. We're going to show you load, which is pushing down with those knees. He's going to show you keeping your feet just outside of your shoulders. And then we're going to coil, which is getting that bat back and be able to snap like a rubber band. And then we want that hip to fire through. We want that hip to fire through and have the hip bring the hands, and the hands are coming like this, right? With that top hand, which for the righty is going to be the right hand, is going like this. So we're up here, and we bring it underneath. Up here, we bring it underneath. We don't want to roll over the bat. So rolling over would be like this coming through, which is going to bring a lot of topping the ball, short little grounders, things like that, choppers, and isn't a good way to be hitting the ball. So really a good way to be practicing that is to take that top hand, bring it underneath like this. It's a good drill. Top hand there, and the front hand. This is going to be kind of this is our gas, so to speak, on a swing. Is that left arm if you're right-handed, and pulling through, right? Pulling through with your left arm, and then your right arm being more of a steering wheel, coming through like this, is going to guide you to the ball. And as we flip that hip, we're coming through. And yes, I'm using a little stool. For those of you who are familiar, you've seen the catcher stool that I use. It's a great tool for those whose knees hurt a little bit of practice when they're catching for the pitchers. Anyway, so again, this is more of the grip that we're looking for on the bat, and we're going to be doing the load, coil, hip, and then coming through like that. So let's go through a quick rundown, and then we'll get SJ in here to do some swinging and show you a little bit. So first, you want to make sure your feet are just outside of your shoulders. It's very important for balance. Feet just outside of your shoulders. You don't want to get too far and get a little odd. You don't want to be too narrow. So you want to have your feet just outside of your shoulders, right? Then we go from there, and you want to have your knees just a little bit in so that you can, we've called this a couple of different things. So you can load. You want to be able to load those knees. Be able to we call it a push or a load. We've called it both, but now load and then coil. So we want load, coil, and that's going to naturally bring you back a little bit while you're waiting on the ball. So load, coil, we're back here, and then there's a couple of different ways to coil right before the ball's hit. Some people will give like a big, big step before they go, something like that. You'll see all sorts of different ways of doing that, but the general idea is to make sure you load and your coil back, and then when you go to the ball, this front leg here is going to stay more straight. You're going to focus on really firing this back hip forward like this, and then bring the hands. And then you're turning over those hands and bringing them with you, right? So you're swinging with your whole body. This isn't a hand swing. You don't want to just do this. I think everybody knows about how that will go. But if your feet are just outside of your shoulders, find a good comfortable spot there. Load, coil, we're coiled back here. And then again, whether it's this, some people get as far as way up there, something like that. Some people just, a little bit, or even just to the toe. But just coiling back, and then fire that hip. Hands come through. Just like that. So you keep that front leg straight, and you're really going to be pushing on that back leg. Okay, now we're going to have SJ come and show you. Okay, so feet just outside the shoulders. Okay, those knees in just a teeny bit. This is all good for balance, right?
Right.
And then push or load with your knees, right? Coil back, and then fire those hips and bring your hands through. Load, coil, feet just outside the shoulders, right? Okay. Hands just up at the top of the batting or the strike zone. Okay, load, coil, and hip. Fire that hip and swing. There you go. Feet just outside the shoulders. Okay. So now load, so those knees, coil, and now hip. Finish high with the hands. Good. That's good. Now one more time. Low. Okay, feet more in. Just, yeah, knees in. Knees just knocked in a teeny bit, right? Load, coil, fire that hip, come through with the hands. Feet outside your shoulders. Load, coil, now hips before the hands. Good. And that's a good high finish. Good job, SJ.
Action.
Okay. Okay, we're working on another drill to help us our momentum going forward. Right? So we're starting with our feet together in the back. Right? We're still gonna load here, coil, step, and follow through.
Big
Okay?
one if I say so myself.
So feet together in the back, low, coil, step, follow through.
Now that is a big swing. Do you agree?
So feet together, you see it, SJ, you're seeing this, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So we have our load, coil, step, follow through. Right?
And that's how you do it.
Okay, now SJ's gonna do something for us.
Alright. Now,
We're gonna have SJ do it.
we're gonna have, yeah, basically.
Okay, so you do your normal stance, except for, yep. Good, that's perfect. Coil, load, coil. Good, finish high. Those knees bent, do your load. Load, coil. Coil first, okay? Okay, load, coil, step. Good. Helps you with that motion through the ball. Good. Perfect. You're doing those perfect, son. One more. Good. Okay, one more. Hit this ball. Bleh. Get the guts out of it.
Oh, wait, wrong.
Good. Okay.
Now we're gonna have Daddy Sean try it out.
Yep.
Take two. You don't start like that.
Well, this is just to help you know where you're going to be. So, we'll look like that. Just like that.
Action.
Okay. Okay, so we got Daddy Sean and SJ Sean here. Sean Sr., Sean Jr. What do you want to tell them?
Thank you for watching this video. Shout out to all of you that are watching.
Teammates, anybody who wants to learn more about baseball, right? We do these drills for our team and then also for anybody who wants to learn more about baseball.
And as you saw, this bat is in another video if you want to go check that out.
So yeah, no, we appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to pay attention to each step, break it down, do it little by little. It can take a little while, but the swing ultimately is pretty simple, the stance and the swing. At the same time, it does take work, repetitions to get it right, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks for watching the Sean Show, and go keep working on your game.